Hello and welcome to ThePrint. We have with us former Finance Minister of India, P Chidambaram. Welcome to ThePrint, sir. We are discussing the G Ramji bill and the contentious G Ramji bill. I would like to start with, what are your key objections to this, which has now been passed by the Lok Sabha?
We have several key objections. One, what was the purpose of the MGNREGA scheme? The purpose of the MGNREGA scheme was that it is a guarantee livelihood security. This bill takes away all three. There's no longer a guarantee by the central government. It does not assure livelihood, nor does it secure the livelihood of rural communities. Therefore, we have a series of objections. One by one, I can go through, but broadly, it takes away the spirit and the soul of the bill, which was guaranteed livelihood security.
Right, but those who are in favor of the bill, those who support it, they point out that the guarantee has actually been increased to 125 days.
What is the use of 125 days? The present guarantees for 100 days. Average over the last 6-7 years is only 50 days. And only a small proportion of the 6 crore or 7 crore job card holders, only 40 lakh have completed 100 days. The vast bulk, namely about 80-85%, the average is only 50 days. You can raise it for 200 days, you can raise it for 300 days. The raise alone does not make this bill more attractive. It is the actual number of working days that is given by the government which makes the bill attractive, and that is only 50 days.
Right. Well, you also termed it as the second assassination of
Yes.
Mahatma Gandhi. Many are pointing out that it's a very strong phrase to be
It
used,
is.
considering, there's nothing in the text or the structure of the bill to sort of evoke such a strong sentiment.
Completely wrong. It is the second assassination of Mahatma Gandhi, and I'll tell you why. The Nathuram Godse was broadly perceived to be aligned with the RSS. But the RSS, of course, denied it. I must say that also. Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel banned the RSS. So that is past. I'm not raking up the past. But clearly, a right-wing militant murdered Mahatma Gandhi. Now, what is a so-called secular democratic government doing to one bill? Please understand, it's one bill, one scheme, which is named after Mahatma Gandhi. I've searched the archives. There is no other bill, no other scheme which is named after Mahatma Gandhi. The one bill, one scheme named after Mahatma Gandhi, you want to, without consultation, take away that name. You tell me, why have they taken away the name? I can understand you are bringing a bill, but name it again, Mahatma Gandhi, whatever bill. Why do you take away Mahatma Gandhi? And the reason is that they want to erase Mahatma Gandhi from the memory of the people. They targeted Jawaharlal Nehru, now they are targeting Mahatma Gandhi, which is why I used a strong phrase. Instead of erasing Mahatma Gandhi, you're virtually killing Mahatma Gandhi again.
Right, many of the opposition leaders have also called the framing of the bill as a sort of a northern imposition. Why not talk about the merit and demerit? Why there's so much, concentration on nomenclature is what many are arguing.
Nomenclature is important. The Constitution is in English and Hindi. All bills are in English, drafted in English, and translated into Hindi. I have no objection.
Hmm.
Every bill so far passed by Parliament, barring one or two minor aberrations by the NDA, was named in English and translated into Hindi. Now, you've got a Hindi word written in English letters. What language is that? Hindi words written in English letters. Now, if I want to access the bill digitally, if it's an English title, I can access the English title. If you are a Hindi speaking person, if you want to access the title, you put the Hindi title. Now, how do I access the bill digitally if Hindi words are English written in English letters? How do I pronounce that name? How do I know the spelling of that word? How do I access it digitally? Now, why write a Hindi word in English letters? Why don't you write a Hindi word in Bengali letters? Hindi word in Odia letters? Hindi word in Malayalam letters? I mean, this is absurd. Either you use English or Hindi, or you write in English and translate into Hindi, or you write in Hindi and translate into English. I'm not asking for the bill to be named in Tamil. English and Hindi are the official languages of India. That is what the Constitution says. And why are you changing this practice? And this is becoming a recurrent. Bill after bill is written in Hindi letters, Hindi words in English letters. I've never heard of it.
So, what do you think is the intent of the government then?
The intent of the government is to impose Hindi. See, you are forcing me to pronounce the Hindi word. This bill has got some Jivika or something. And I don't know what. Huh?
G Ramji is
No,
the
no, no.
abbreviation.
There's an earlier
Okay, okay.
Jivika. Now, I don't know the meaning of Jivika. In fact, 60% of the people of India don't know the meaning of the word Jivika. I can understand a word like gram. It's there in every language. I can understand a word like Bharat. That is the constitution. We accept it. In songs also, Bharat. But you start introducing novel Hindi words which we don't understand.
So, will you support it if they change the name of the bill?
First, let them change the name of the bill. I withdraw my accusation that this is the second assassination of Mahatma Gandhi. But then we'll go to the merits of the bill.
Right.
But my fundamental objections are to the contents of the bill, by also deeply concerned that they have removed the name of Mahatma Gandhi and replaced it by Hindi words written in English letters.
Right. Well, the new bill also shifts a much larger, a share of the cost onto the states. So, what would it mean for the poorer states, and what about the concept of, cooperative federalism?
See, I'll tell you what the states will do. This bill also has the phrase financial incapacity. And it also has a provision where the central government will notify the areas in a state where the scheme will be implemented. I think most people have not caught on to it, but they will catch on to it. If they read the bill carefully, it will come out in the debate, I hope. Now, what the states will do is, we are financially incapable of providing 40%. So reduce the normative allocation. Therefore, our 40% is also proportionately reduced. If the central government allocates 6 crore, the state has to contribute 4 crore. If the central government allocates only 3 crore, the state has to only contribute 2 crore. Therefore, the first pushback will be allot a smaller amount to us. The second pushback will be notify a smaller area. Don't notify 20 districts. Notify only 5 districts or 10 districts. By limiting the resources, limiting the area, this scheme will die a slow death. That is the intention. Please remember what Mr. Narendra Modi said in early days of his prime ministership, February 2015. He says, my political sense tells me never to scrap MGNREGA because it is a monument for your failures. Therefore, he was always opposed to MGNREGA. And this is a sure way to cause the slow death of MGNREGA.
And what about the concept of cooperative federalism that I asked? What would it mean?
No. Most BJP states will react according to the BJP's high command. The non-BJP states, because of the people's demand, would like to implement the scheme, but they are strapped for resources already.
Right.
They are short of resources. They have got revenue deficits. They have got fiscal deficits. They borrow. And when you borrow more, the central government's permission has to be taken. So this is a sure way of causing the slow death of MGNREGA.
Another criticism, that has been leveled against this scheme is that it is no longer demand-driven and it will be constrained by budget and switch-off clauses.
Once it is not demand-driven, the question of unemployment wages doesn't arise. It is already not being paid, but the concept of unemployment wages will vanish. It is not demand-driven. It is supply-driven. In the notified areas, within the limits of the normative allocation, which means it will die. I mean, can't you see this? It's so obvious.
And how does it change the citizens' right to work in rural India?
There is no right anymore. It's only when the area is selected and there are financial capacity and work is given, he has a right to work. It's no longer demand-driven, it is supply-driven.
My one last question, the issue will be taken up in Rajya Sabha tomorrow. Many were,
It will be taken up today, I'm told.
Okay.
Late in the evening.
And many in the opposition were saying that this should have been sent to the standing committee,
of course,
as it has happened previously.
It should have. It should have been wide public consultation. This is the largest socio-economic program in the country, one of the largest in the world. There are registered 12 crore workers, out of which about 7 or 8 crore have got job cards. And it should have been widely consulted with the people, especially the women who form the bulk of the workers engaged in MGNREGA. It should have been widely consulted. The answer is to refer it to a select committee or a joint parliamentary committee or a standing committee and let them go around the country and seek the opinion of the people, especially the people who are working in such schemes, and then they should report to Parliament. That is the right way to pass a bill of this nature.
Right. Considering they have majority and it is likely to get passed again in the Rajya Sabha also, how is the opposition going to take up this issue? I mean,
we
overall.
will hit the streets. We will go to the people. It's undemocratic. See, merely because you have a majority, you can't ram through every bill. And they are ramming through one bill after another, and this affects several crore of people, and therefore I'm opposed to that.
Thank you so much for your time.
Thank
This is
you.
Neelam Pandey reporting with Anisha from New Delhi.